check this out. Spiny Echidna.
The python hunters are on a mission down under,
I never thought I'd ever see one.
meeting Australia's craziest creatures.
Python hunters are bringing the luck, baby.
Fighting for the sick and injured.
Well, that's a big one. Wow.
Returning them back to the wild.
She says, I know what this is. This is freedom.
And hunting for more.
I got a carpet python over here. That is freaking awesome, man.
That's beauty.
Carpet python.
It's time to get more remote, more wild.
They're on a global mission to protect the planet's snakes and other reptiles. Biologist, venomous snake expert, and croc specialist Sean Heflick.
Ever since I was young, I've been mesmerized by reptiles.
Law enforcement officer and reptile breeder Greg Graziani.
I'm committed to the education and conservation of reptiles.
And designer reptile breeder Michael Cole.
I've been handling snakes since I was 4, but I have a special passion for pythons.
Fighting the fear of the fang. They are the Python Hunters.
Australia is home to tons of reptiles, including 135 venomous snakes. These strike fear into the hearts of most Australians, but surprisingly, they're extremely tolerant of non-venomous snakes.
16 feet of gorgeous.
And the Python Hunters want to see them all. The guys are on the last leg of their Australian adventure in Rockhampton.
I'm a die-hard conservation biologist, so along with seeing the animals, we want to meet the people that are on the ground doing the work.
And venomous snake enthusiast Justin Mahoney is just that kind of guy. He's got a unique non-venomous snake to show them.
That is a big black-headed python. Yep, that's my boy Sprocket. Here's my second snake.
Yeah.
I ever got. Yeah, got him as a hatchie.
How old is he?
5 years old.
The black-headed python prefers to eat other reptiles over mice and birds, including large venomous snakes like the king brown.
Look at that head.
Yeah, I
Good
know.
looking.
That is so iconic for, well, black-headed python.
Justin likes to hunt for his wilder reptilian friends at a secret spot.
This is where we're going to be going herbing tonight, guys, at the base of this mountain up in front.
Jeez, man. I come through here, I heard stuff popping around. I thought maybe we had some snakes, but there are cane toads everywhere.
Look at this toad. They're all emerging.
And this 10-foot radius right here, there's got to be 25 of them.
Cane toads are devastating everywhere they exist in the wild, except for where they belong.
The cane toad's actually native to Central and South America. It releases neurotoxic venom through pinhole openings in its skin.
I wish all these were snakes. I mean, it's just toad after toad after toad.
Way too many cane toads.
When eaten by a predator, it kills almost immediately.
The reptiles all around Australia are being wiped out by these freaking cane toads, and I hate it. It's not even the toads' fault. It's the government's fault for bringing them here in the first place.
Australian authorities brought the invasive cane toads here in the 30s to help stop the destruction of crops by the cane beetle. Since then, the cane toad population has exploded to an estimated 200 million.
What a nightmare. I'll be surprised with all the cane toads we're seeing here if you find anything other than pythons. There's one right there. He's headed over by another one right in front down here.
So Justin, he's a little squeamish around these toads.
Yeah, man, I hate toads. Can't touch them.
And we're gonna have some fun with that.
God, I got cane toads everywhere.
Yeah.
Sean, you got your grabbers?
Yeah. Justin, hold this flashlight for a second while I fix my hand. you don't like you? Venomous dude afraid of toads.
It's just kind of funny to us to have somebody that gets the heebie-jeebies over toads but will handle deadly venomous snakes.
Yeah, snakes don't really bother me.
Nothing is moving but toads. It's a good thing they can't climb trees, huh?
The only way I know of to stop the spread of cane toads is to physically remove them out of the wild and have them humanely euthanized.
You know, I'm not even seeing terrestrial spiders.
To be honest with you, if I was a little snake or bug, I wouldn't be moving much around here either.
No, because you'd be in the belly of a toad.
Quick. I've seen enough damn toads. I want to see some snakes.
I thought you were the toad whisperer.
Yeah. Toad whisperer.
No, it's not just snakes. I'm not seeing beetles. I'm not seeing any ground-dwelling insects.
Or skinks.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Python. I got a carpet python over here. Check this out.
Where is he?
Right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Right here, baby.
Sweet.
A favorite among snake enthusiasts. For its ornate pattern, a coastal carpet python can grow to 3 1/4 meters.
Woo! That's a nice animal.
Look at that.
There are about 3 dozen python species worldwide, and 13 of those are found in Australia. So catching this coastal carpet python leaves 12 more to go.
That is awesome.
Beautiful
It is.
pattern.
He's very skinny for
He's
his
a little thin though. Yeah.
Look at the head size compared to his body. Holy.
I see you gotta play the same game.
Back, huh?
There, a little
Playing the same
payback.
game. You let him get me.
Little payback. Look at that, man.
That's beauty. It's not that thin. It looks thinner crawling along there.
No. This is a beautiful animal. Oh, man. Just cruising across the side of this mountain here. That is just, I'm excited.
This one's probably a bit young, though, I would think.
Is it a girl?
Nah, looks like a male.
Hold on a second. Be careful which way. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
boy.
it's a male.
Yeah, it's a
Definitely
boy.
male. You know, he could be out looking for a girl.
Hey, Justin, how many carpet pythons you found out here on this mountain?
Mate, not one yet.
The python hunters are bringing the luck, baby.
Sure.
Hey, grab that tail, Mikey. Let's stretch him out and go over the body here. See if we've got any scars on this guy at all. This is a gorgeous animal.
These guys aren't known for their male aggression quite as much as the amethystines are. They'll fight a little bit, but nothing like those big amethystines. The males will just tear each other apart when it's mating season.
This is the first python since we've been in Australia that we found outside of suburbia. So to actually come out here into the bush up on the side of this mountain and see this guy slithering along the side of the mountain, this is an incredible feeling.
Greg, you know what your stretch is? If you can stretch him out, get a length.
I can tell you.
It's 6.5 feet.
Pretty close, yeah. That is freaking awesome, man. Carpet python.
You know, our trip to Australia is almost over, but with great catches like this carpet python, I just don't want it to end.
Good catch, bro.
Yeah, man. Serious.
I can't speak for Sean, but I know I'm jealous of Greg on this one.
Man, that is awesome.
Go on.
No. Snake?
Yep.
You got
What you got? What you got?
keelback.
Nice snag. That is
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty snake.
The keelback snake is Australia's only natural predator that can tolerate the toxins in the highly invasive cane toad.
They are also active nocturnal hunters and give out a strong scent when disturbed.
Man, he stinks.
Nah, it's
No,
Oh, man.
it ain't a first, but now it's game on, brother. We were being nice with those toads, but
that's for tide tapping me.
all right.
Toad tapping.
Male, female, what you got?
I'm thinking male.
Let's turn that baby over and take a gander. Yeah, it's a nice male.
Yeah.
Nice male.
It's a good looking one, too. Nice pattern.
Not a scar on it. What a quaint smile he's got on his face.
The best way to pick these guys is they look like they're smiling, so they're a friendly snake, whereas you get the rough scale, which is a venomous snake, they're not smiling, and they have a pretty nasty venom, and yeah, people mistake them a fair bit for keelbacks and pick them up.
Another great day in Australia.
See you, buddy.
So they're here, they're just not moving.
Check this out. Spiny Echidna.
A Spiny Echidna?
Yeah, right along the rocky trail.
This unique creature is one of the few animals cane toads haven't driven away from here.
They're just bizarre.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks just like a porcupine.
But it's not. It's a monotreme, which means it's a mammal that lays eggs.
Like a platypus.
Yep. Totally separate lineage from our porcupines.
What do they mainly eat?
You see that elongated snout?
Yeah.
They're insectivorous, so ants, termites. They have one claw that's really, really elongated. They'll just dig down and just kind of settle into the earth. Since I was a little boy, I've been fascinated by these little guys doing reports when I was a little kid in science class and stuff. And I never thought I'd ever see one.
Australia is crawling with weird but cool creatures. And other than the platypus, this guy tops them all.
Awesome freaking night, man.
Greg, are you still talking about that catch?
Yeah, it was a
Hell
good
yeah, I'm
score,
still
guys.
talking about it. I mean, that was awesome. Are you kidding me?
Good night.
I would be too.
A coastal carpet in Australia cruising on the side of a mountain?
Python on luck, eh, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Most reptiles roam wild and free, but Karen's snake catcher, David Walton, invites the python hunters to witness a different story.
Australians share the continent with millions of snakes, lizards, and crocs. And many of them actually open their homes to care for the injured ones, which is something that I do back home in Florida. Love the necklace.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
That is.
I haven't been able to find another one, but I am thinking of getting one made. Come on around.
Danielle is a remarkable woman. She's got no special training with reptiles, but she cares enough to bring these animals that need help into her home. I wish there were more people that did that.
Danielle's latest patient is a lace monitor lizard.
Hey, buddy. Where'd she come from?
She came from the northern beaches here of Cairns, where somebody called me and found it in their backyard where it was showing signs of paralysis.
Is there any chance that it's cane toad?
We think maybe toads. It could be some sort of rat bait. We've been able to just, pump them with fluids and give them a quiet place to curl up, and we've pretty much had a 100% success rate.
Danielle's other patients just happen to be a pair of Australia's largest species, the amethystine or scrub python. But one's only got half a face.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow.
This amethystine python was accidentally run over by a mower in a field.
The head wound was twice the size of that when I first picked her up, and as it's healed, it started to shrink down. It sort of started right from the center of its head and sort of went on a 45-degree across.
You know, it amazes me that a farmer would call for help after running over a python with his mower. Here in Australia, people have a much greater respect for their own wildlife.
I think she understands she's getting help.
Oh, I'm certain she does. The ones that come in with the worst injuries are the ones that seem to be the nicest to have.
It's missing the end of its tail by memory too, isn't it? From
Yes.
the backside down?
Yeah.
It is. Obviously it's got great weight. I mean, it'll feed itself?
No, she won't hunt it down and feed it,
Okay.
or eat it. I will assist feed her. So I just hold her, place it in the mouth, and then help her get it down, because her jaw is obviously still quite sore.
Yeah.
To swallow large prey, snakes must open their jaws wide. With Danielle's snake so damaged, it needs all the help it can get.
When you walk in from that side of the room, you can't even tell she's injured, If you can't see her tip of the tail and you can't see this side of her face, she looks perfect.
She is. She's beautiful.
You're looking at her and looking how much she's healed already. I believe she'll start eating on her own, and someday you might be able to let her loose.
I really hope that's the case.
So she's the tolerant one. Where's Mr. Grumpy at?
All right, well, now this one here had a wound in its side, which goes quite deep, and I have been treating it. Well, she's in here.
She got a bathroom of her own.
Oh, yes.
But this next patient isn't as cooperative.
If you're ready, I'll open it up and you can have a look at it.
Yep. This is a fairly good sized animal.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, it is.
The wound on the python's side has made it aggressive.
She's gonna come out of there, I'm gonna say probably 10 or 12 feet.
Don't do that, sweetie.
She going up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get her by her head, unfortunately. And here's the bite part.
You got her head?
Not yet.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I can hand it off to myself.
All right.
Oh, she's not trying to bite now.
Remember, you've got a laceration on that animal as
Yeah,
well.
it's right there.
You want me to switch off on something? What do you want me to
she's
take?
pretty laid back, I think.
She wants to kill me, but she's all right with everybody else.
Michael, grab the tail, grab the tail.
Here, I'm actually gonna let go of this head so I don't stress her, so.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanna just put her down?
You got her.
Should watch that one. Yeah, and then we'll be real gentle with her. All right.
She's all you.
She's already starting to secrete there. She's all right.
What was the cause of damage on this animal?
Often it's come from the teeth of another male.
Yeah.
I've had many of them over the years with big, like vertical tear marks out of them from where they've been fighting.
Like right here, she's got just like you're describing.
Yeah.
Right up here that are healed and scarred. See those right there?
Yeah,
Which would
those are
say
whites.
to me that that's
This is
a male.
not
It's a
female.
male snake.
Given the lack of vets that care for reptiles, we've had to take care of our own animals for years. So cleaning out a wound like this is just basic care. Now I'm gonna do a little debridement here of this whole flesh.
Can you control the tail for us here, Mike? Yep. There you go, perfect, just like that. Yeah, so we've got a lot of nasty flesh in there. All right, we're gonna add some of this. Yeah, I can't see for a second. Hold on, back up for a sec. Good, cover.
Greg applies an antiseptic solution to kill any bacteria on the open wound.
I think I try to get some small meals in her, because once they go off feed, as you well know, sometimes they're a bugger to get back on. They can heal themselves pretty well, but they do need that nutrient and that immune system, you know, to do it.
Any more? Anything that's got any elasticity to it, we're just gonna leave.
Take this piece right here.
It's nice to see your paramedic background coming in handy again.
You can tell none of this is hurting the snake because you're not jumping or flinching. You see it's really nice and clean down inside there, which is what we want. That necrotic flesh is all out, nice pink soft tissue there. And just swirl that, I'm gonna back out. There you go, excellent. I think that's good. All right.
She's ready to go back in the dry,
let's get her
huh?
back in her nice clean enclosure here.
David's still got one more injured python to treat.
So what actually happened to this animal?
This snake, unfortunately, was run over by a slasher.
So slasher here is like a large commercial mower.
Yes, she was curling up to die, and the owner of the property started to make some calls just to see if there was any hope for it. And slowly but surely, it's come good. And it's time for her to go back into the wild.
So where is it that we're going to take her?
We're actually taking her back to the mangrove sort of swamplands where she originally came from. The property owner is good with that. They told me that this snake had been a resident in the area for many, many years, and they like to have them around because they have lots of swamp rats and animals like that need to sort of be kept at bay.
Another educated landowner. That's definitely nice.
So this
So
is
you're
your
the vet, huh?
This is your handiwork.
It is. Look at this.
Good job.
Did you name this girl yet?
Well, she was Mr. Python, but we now know she's a Mrs. Python, so that's what it is.
Ms. Lisa.
Miss Lisa.
Okay, works for me.
So this is where we're going to release it, huh?
Lisa,
You've done a lot of hard work here.
you want to
This is
kiss her
it.
goodbye?
No, you can't. It's a girl snake.
Oh, just a peck on the cheek.
Wow. Get it from a boy.
She says, I know what this is. This is freedom. I can smell it.
Freedom at last.
She says, I recognize this place.
She's excited.
Smells like rats and wallabies.
You guys have done a great job with her.
She doesn't want to leave me.
Sorry, Woody.
You know how I
Sorry,
feel.
Woody.
Let's put her up here and see where she goes. She hasn't forgotten how to climb, huh?
She found a crevice right away and she's heading in there.
That's your reward, guys. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Watching a tail disappear, that's a good thing.
Going, gone.
Did you ever think that when that animal came in that you'd ever see this day?
Wasn't quite sure what's gonna happen.
As y'all might say, you know, good on you, mates.
No worries.
No worries.
These snakes have stimulated the guy's appetite for Australia's wildest creatures.
Nothing quite spells Australia like a koala.
And they're keen to meet some more.
This guy's kind of cute for having fur. And no scales, huh? You're all right for a non-reptile. Well, as much as I'd like to hang on to this dude all day, it's like wearing a freaking fur coat. He's making me sweat.
His name's Klingon. Once you get him on, he doesn't get off.
They're headed out with David Flack, Rockhampton's resident snake catcher, to find live snakes that all too often become roadkill.
We're headed out tonight specifically to find the keelback snake. In a little while, they should be warming themselves on the side of the road. Hopefully, there's not a lot of traffic.
I can see why this is a good area for snakes. Water all around.
This is the famed snake that can eat cane toads of Australia.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how big they get. That'll give us an idea how big a cane toad they can eat.
Snake, snake, snake. He's alive.
He's
Yeah, he is.
moving, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, he likes you. Oh, glad to see you alive and keelback too.
That's a male.
Oh yeah, he's got a big
No
old
need
tail.
to
You don't
even
even need to pop that.
Look at that. You see that?
Yep.
Very thick past the cloaca. You are handsome, you little toad ear.
The Australia version of the invasive hunter.
Keelbacks are semi-aquatic and always found near water, the same habitat as their cane toad prey.
Damn cane toad.
The problem is these things need to be about 8 feet long, and the size of an orange to be able to eat these cane toads, right? When they get bigger.
You know, unfortunately, a giant cane toad will eat that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
That's the problem.
Especially as babies. Yeah, and probably could suck down an adult one of those too.
You know the big cane toads are feeding on these keelback snakes without a doubt.
This is the only snake that can, right now that we know, that can tolerate the toxin of the cane toad.
That's right. If it wasn't, I guess, for these guys and a few other birds and that have worked out that you can eat cane toads a certain way, I'd say we'd be a lot more overrun with them than we are now. But the reason why these are probably quite so prolific is when the cane toads morph from the tadpoles, there's thousands and thousands of them.
You know what, boys? That vehicle right there would have just squished his brains all out over this road.
He was headed
so
that direction.
we did a good thing. Let's go get some more. Let's let him go and onward and upward.
Whoa, 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 stop, stop! What's that?
What's the matter? Oh yeah, baby. Look at this. Next one's yours, Mikey.
Is that what is it? Keelback?
Make sure he's moving
There's a
fast.
band on that neck.
Hold on. I think that's a baby keelback, but it's hard to tell.
That's keelback.
All right, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Get him, Mikey.
Don't let that little one get the best of you.
You guys give me the baby, huh? Woo! Hey, mine's cuter than yours.
That's cane toad food right there.
Let's let him go and let's save some more.
Snake, 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 snake.
What is it? Oh, it's dead.
It's a dead keelback.
Oh man, that truck that just went by us just whacked this thing, man.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
The blood on the face. Remind me a lot of our garter snakes back home, which will eat the crap out of cane toads as well.
One less cane toad eating machine, unfortunately.
That's right. Let's see if we can get on down the road here and get a couple of these live guys, move them off the road before any more of this traffic waffles them.
I really hate to see it, but when snakes and cars end up on the roadway at the same time, the snakes always lose.
Right there. Don't move, he's alive. Size-wise, is this an adult? Is this as big as they get?
No, they get a bit bigger than that. Probably about a metre long is the biggest I've seen.
We're gonna have to get him off the road. There's a car coming.
Sean's brought along his infrared camera.
Very cool.
It detects differences in the amount of heat. Dark purple represents the coolest and yellow the hottest.
Wow. Such a mellow snake, too.
That animal is already cooled way down. You're glowing compared to him. He's so dark, it's insane.
Well, he is very cool feeling, but at the same time, he's out hunting. He's just found a nice warm perch to sit on, and he's not moving at all. He's soaking up that body heat from me right now. Just a cool little snake.
These guys are probably one of the most common snakes we have around the Rockhampton area.
Were they just as popular before the cane toads?
I'd like to think that because there's more cane toads, there's more of them around.
Let's put this guy back and let's go save the rest of his buddies off this road because there's a lot of traffic going on.
No worries.
Like all cold-blooded reptiles, keelbacks absorb heat from their surroundings to increase their body temperature.
Well, that's impressive. He's actually picking up heat off the ground. Look at this color change, Michael.
Yeah, I see it.
You see that?
I'm seeing it.
Holy cow, look at that. Now look how much hotter he is than that really cool grass instead of the hot gravel. His color has changed drastically. Unreal. Look at that.
That was cool.
Very cool, guys. Let's go move some more of these bad boys.
But a big thunderstorm shuts down the hunt for the night.
David did a good job at delivering the keelback snake. Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw when you're looking for reptiles.
Today, the hunters are switching up land for water.
A lot of what I know about Australian reptiles, I learned from a guy who brought his passion right into my living room. And that guy was Steve Irwin.
Steve fought for the rights of animals in Australia right up until the day he died. And he learned everything from his father, Bob.
We're here at the invitation of Bob Irwin to go check out a reptile that's not venomous, dangerous, or aggressive at all. We're talking about the beautiful sea turtle, and it's in dire need of our help.
Bob's here with his assistant, Colin.
Just so happy to be here with the angry one, the pretty one, and the smart one. I got upgraded.
The smart one.
It's the difference between the Aussie language and the English language. He didn't mean smart one, he meant smart ass.
He's probably both.
You got it?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Bob's initiatives are often followed by the local media. And the python hunters are all for lending their support.
What was it that brought you to this part of the world? What concern about the turtles brought you here?
A local peoples that are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to protect their local populations of sea turtles, and they're trying to protect their nesting beaches and their environment and the habitats, and that's exactly what we do in the United States. That's exactly what our program is about. Education, conservation, and wildlife.
Righto, let's go get some turtles.
Their guide, Alan Epong, is a member of the Aboriginal Mandabara clan of northeastern Australia, who are trying to preserve the sea turtle.
Do you remember your parents or the elders telling stories about just hundreds and hundreds of turtles, thousands of turtles in this area on this stretch?
When I was young, I seen it for myself. That there was heaps of turtles around here. Everywhere you looked, you saw a turtle, especially along the coast here. But it's pretty limited now.
Just on the surface, you see? Yeah. He's right off this side, right over here. But if that was a turtle, he wasn't moving right. Yeah, he's gone down. He's maneuvering enough to stay away from us, though. Straight out that way.
He's got floaters, he won't stay down for long.
There he is.
There he is. No, batfish, eh?
Batfish, yeah.
That's what it is.
Batfish?
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah. Is it batfish?
Yeah, batfish. That's why he's swimming funny for a turtle.
Because he's not a turtle.
This isn't looking good. We've been out here for over an hour and haven't seen a single turtle. I think it's time we get under the water and see if we can change our luck.
Beautiful.
The guys are in prime sea turtle territory, desperately searching for a reptile that once gathered here by the thousands.
It was great to be snorkeling in Australia, but Bob's right. The turtles just aren't here anymore.
I spot a sea turtle, but it's only one.
You know, it's magnificent and all, but where are all the turtles?
We should be seeing quite reasonable numbers of turtles moving around at the moment, and there isn't any.
And this is nesting season.
That's right.
These waters just offshore should be chock full of adult turtles looking to nest. You know, it's a little bit of nature, quite a bit of man, you know, having some dire consequences on this population.
Yeah, no doubt.
How's about we get this show on the road, Captain?
Great day out on the water, but, you know, from 300 nests to 30 nests?
Australia's turtles are protected by law, but Colin doesn't think it's enough.
You see the problems we face, and yet every day our government denies that unlimited, unmonitored, uncontrolled hunting with no cruelty laws isn't a problem.
It actually brings home the fact that we've actually messed up. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. And the sad thing is that we've got to change people's attitude and get people to think differently. But do those animals have that time? Sad.
Back home in Florida, we have sea turtles as well, and our local and federal governments do a great job of protecting them. But in Australia, they just don't have the enforcement in place.
Bob spots what's threatening the sea turtle nests on the beach.
Bloody wheel tracks.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
This is fresh right here.
This is an ATV.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get a baby sea turtle stuck down in here, he's not going to make it to the water.
You know, worse than that, you got tire tracks going up on the high areas where would be the nesting sites.
You know, the eggs are being broken, the sand's being compacted.
All because humans think they have the right to drive a vehicle on the beach. If there's something we don't want to see, it's negligence destroying the creatures that are fast disappearing from this planet. It's just careless and stupid.
Why do you drive over beaches? You know shut up! There's a sign down there saying no beach access. You even saw it. You drove up there and looked at it. I filmed you looking at the sign.
You know, it's just general lack of respect.
But Bob, Irwin, and Colin have more than ATVs on the beach to worry about. They must prepare a couple of endangered sea turtles for a trip to the hospital for life-saving procedures.
This is the rehab facility. These are our tanks. We got multiple turtles that we need to pack up, dry them off, and then transport them for CAT scan.
You're nice and filthy.
Jenny Gilbert has been rehabilitating and tracking Australia's declining sea turtles for the past 30 years. Nellie, this green sea turtle, is one of many found unable to dive due to floater syndrome.
Floater syndrome is actually air that's trapped between their shell. It could actually be an impaction they have in their intestinal tract, and that means they could have a blockage. They could have ingested marine debris. They can also get what's called a coccidia in their brain, and that's just an overload of parasites, and that can also stop their intestine from working.
Jenny washes off large amounts of algae, an indication Nellie's been floating on the surface too long.
Accumulation of just algal growth from it floating.
It's abnormal for a healthy turtle. Healthy turtles do a lot of diving. They don't stay on the surface.
But Jenny's really worried about Angie.
Wow. Well, that's a big one.
Angie's been at the rehab center for 2 years and just recently stopped eating.
She's going to be a handful, isn't she?
She is. Paul's going to get in the tank and he's going to lift her out to the boys.
Oh, man. Better him than me.
I know, she weighs a fair bit, I can tell you.
She must be heavy.
Probably weighs more than you do, Bob.
I'd say she does.
How did she come in?
The rangers found her and they said that she'd probably been attacked by a crocodile because she's got a tooth mark in her back and she had a broken jaw.
Today, they're giving her a CAT scan to assess her broken jaw. and an MRI to determine if the fibropapilloma growth on her snout has spread to her internal organs. If it has, it could kill her.
Straight up like that. Now we come in with a freshwater hose.
Before moving Angie, they hose her down to rinse off the salt water.
Now I've got to change your clothes.
Sorry, Paul.
Second side and...
Angie?
If she gets the hose, she'll eat it.
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Paul.
It's starting to feel like it's intentional now.
Just a little bit more. Sorry, Paul.
You're not talking about a turtle, are you? Yep, straight off the edge of the roller, straight into the box. Yeah, we'll move her out first. We'll get a towel on her first.
Good girl. We got to take her out of here and wrap her up. And the reason for that is the restraint, so she's perfectly still in the MRI.
Don't bite the head that's taping you.
I don't know, I think the yellow tape's not bad at all.
Quite the sporty look. Remind me not to get a CAT scan around here.
I'm telling you, straitjacket time, huh?
It looks like it might be stressful on the animal, but the way it's done, wrapping it up, keep it calm like that, she's not real stressed. I mean, yeah, she's not happy. It's definitely not going to hurt her.
It's an incredible animal, man. I mean, the strength and power in that thing. And, you know, when you look at a turtle like this, especially in this setting, it looks awkward and lumber, but when that thing gets in the water, I mean...
Hundreds of millions of years they've been doing what they do. They're well adapted, turbocharged. You know, the Cairns Diagnostic Facility usually services humans, but today they've opened their doors to Nellie and Angie, 2 sea turtles. That's very cool.
Nellie heads into the MRI first.
Nellie, 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 Nellie. Come on. Come on.
You know, the radio waves will reveal a 3D image of the turtle skull, which will tell us what damage she's incurred and the probability of her successful recovery.
The next one's going to be really easy. She's bound up like a mummy.
This CAT scan will determine if Angie can ever return to the wild.
Good lady.
All right, hello, sweetheart. Hey, we're here to help you.
There's my darling, I know, sweetheart. She's so beautiful.
And really, if we can just get them to keep still for that amount of time that's required to get them through and get that data collated.
You're going to have to leave now, I'm afraid.
We have the same problem with fibropapillomas in the United States. Some of our loggerheads we find just huge papillomas on them.
Yeah, I'll just zoom in over nicely.
Yeah, there's your fracture there on the left-hand side of the jaw. Just right in here.
Now you can really see that fracture on the jaw, but it's rounded, which means it's healing. You know, you got bone growth there. It's not a new fracture.
This is all scarring. This is bronchiectasis. You know, that's with chronic infection.
They've been working with this animal for 2 years, and the scary part about what's going on is that all of a sudden it stopped feeding. That's a bad sign.
She probably had bad pneumonia.
Yeah, and then there's all
And
this,
she's got scarring from the pneumonia.
Scarring, so yeah, it must be all that.
So I'd say she had pneumonia.
And we know with reptiles, by the time you start getting the sign, it's usually, you know, well into whatever the situation is.
She's got a bit of free air. But,
free air, yes.
But not as much as Nellie. Nellie's actually had a lot more free air.
Yeah, she's got pneumothorax.
You know, if they can get this animal feeding again, those other injuries more than likely can be healed.
Okay, last hurrah. Let's see how we go this time.
She could have tuberculosis because her lungs really aren't good.
It's a spectacular animal. I just don't think she's gonna make it. You look at her eyes, she's lost that spark. It's sad. So sad.
We should have a cat.
But Jenny will make sure this olive Ridley turtle gets the very best of care.
You're just here for the attention, aren't you, darling? Yes, you are.
They've got this high-end expert in CT scans, and they're sending them off, and they'll know something they didn't know before.
And doing that for this animal they might find something that can help, you know, hundreds more down the road. You never know. Mission accomplished.
For another pair of turtles at the rehab facility, it's a happier story.
You know, the great thing about hanging around somebody like Bob Irwin is that you get to be there when things go well for the animals. Like today, we're releasing 2 recovered sea turtles back into the wild.
We've just been down the rehab centre and just picked up the turtles, and they're in the back of Paul's ute, so he's bringing them down.
Okay, good.
Oh, here they come now.
There you go. You have to kind of walk it partly. Yep. You guys got that?
Yep.
Why is everybody up?
The other thing is that we haven't named these 2. We're leaving it for you to name between you all.
Uh-oh.
So there's 2 names, so
My
we're
wife's
leaving it.
birthday today.
So we're leaving it for all of you to name.
Is there a male or female? Is Bob? The Bob Irwin and your wife?
Bob and Lisa.
Bob and Lisa.
Bob and Lisa.
How good's that?
I think if my wife found out that we released a sea turtle and named it Lisa on her birthday with Bob Irwin, she'd probably have a heart attack.
Have you ever had an animal named that?
Odd ones, but they're usually ones with big teeth and they bite.
But this morning's not just about setting turtles free. Jenny's had a call about a floating turtle in the bay.
Every day, Jenny and Paul and other volunteers are scouring the waters for these turtles that are floating up at alarming rates. They want to get them early so they can save them.
Because of the lack of seagrass, these poor green turtles are actually starving and they're floating to the surface. So they're getting about 20 to 30 calls a week now from these turtles just found around the area.
Today's release brings out a local TV crew, but it soon turns into a bad news story.
We haven't even left the dock yet. There's another one floating in the harbor here.
Paul, it's well and truly dead? That's sad.
Turtles can dive to almost 300 meters to feed. They spend very little time on the surface.
A turtle trapped on the surface means it's in trouble. It could be intestinal blockage, trapped gas, any of which can spell a death sentence.
Turtles are the sentinel of the ocean, and when the turtle health goes down, obviously the ocean's not looking good. It's dead.
Yeah. You've got to duck it right in here. I'll try to pass it to somebody first.
Okay, you've got
and you can put the bag under it, just so that it doesn't fall through the bottom of the bag.
Oh, you've been dead for a while.
Look at this fishing line. It's entangled in fishing line. It's got a wrap around it.
But spirits rise as they make their way out to release the healed patients.
If they can make it with this little head start, they could live another 50+ years and produce thousands of offspring. That is well worth the extra work.
It's all we need. It's all we need. They got a little bit of python hunter luck riding with them now.
Gotta think positive. These guys are gonna outlive us.
I'm positive of that, at least you guys anyway.
They take the turtles an hour away to a secluded spot for their best chance at survival.
Yeah, pretty good there.
Now you want to get the tag information on Bob there?
Yeah. All right. Tag number QA17778R3.
Each turtle is numbered and tagged to track its vitals and measure the population growth.
All right, we got Bob and Lisa ready to go. I'm still not exactly sure how I feel about my wife running off with Bob, especially since this is her birthday present.
Don't worry about it. They've been living together for at least a month together now, so. If you all come down the beach, what we'll actually do is the people releasing the turtles will be actually just right on the edge of the water, and we'll form a V either side of them. That way we can kind of create a natural channel for them heading a bit further out to deeper water.
Let's let Lisa go first, and Bob will be the final finale.
It's such an honor to be here with Bob Irwin, releasing a rehab sea turtle back in the wild. The feeling that I get is just, it's really undescribable.
All right, sweetie. Another minute, and you'll be free. Don't come back. Everybody ready?
Yep. Go, little girl.
I got goosebumps.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Hang in there, buddy. Get going. How good is that?
Doesn't get any better. This is awesome.
I look around on a day like today, and I think, wow, this is what I do for a living? Doesn't get much better than that.
Look, Bob's got some kick in him.
Still got a little spunk, huh?
Still a young buck there.
How good was that?
Yeah.
How good was that?
Unreal. Nothing better than seeing something go back in the wild. Nothing better.
Jenny?
If there's a feel-good moment on the Australia trip, this is it. To see people working so hard to save Australian wildlife and to be able to participate in their success, this is what it's all about.
It's a great job. How does that feel?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All the hard work has been well worth it. To see them released today is just a great thing.
Great job. The work you guys do is
thank you.
top-notch. Top-notch.
Woo! I hope you get to experience that somewhere else someday, because that was one of the most just right in nature feelings you ever get.
Bob was a pistol.
Yeah.
Little Bob just boom.
I was gonna say, Lisa hung around for just a second. She did like me at one point. Now she's in love with Bob.
I gotta say something, Michael. I was watching in there for a second. Lisa's namesake did a little forward tilt, like kiss it, and then she took off. And I thought, that's Lisa. that turtle's got a little bit of Lisa's soul.
I didn't know you knew my wife that well.
You wiped your blood all over your chin.
Is that blood or sea turtle poop? I think it's sea turtle poop.
Oh, look, she did give you a go. Lisa did give you a go.
She loves me.